last night I built 2 decks that I've been having a little bit of fun with, and that's what I want to play tonight. Now, we could play this Naya Control. The reason that I bring this deck up and go ahead and show it to you is I think it's probably the better deck. Halfway through playing this deck, which was fun, I just had the crazy idea. You know what? Let's try something. Let's just go Gruul. Let's just see what the deck can do with Gruul, because I thought, you know, yeah, depopulate in Naya, but we've got Burn Down the House in Gruul. We've got Brotherhood's End in Gruul. We can still play a bunch of sweepers in this deck. Elder Dragon War is kind of a sweeper too. We've got the Shigeki Loop with Shigeki and Colossal Sky Turtle. Again, you can get semantic about whether or not the deck is Teamer, but there's no blue mana in the mana base. We're just hoping to sometimes cast Sky Turtle or use the blue channel ability off of like treasure tokens and stuff. But for the most part, I decided to play this instead of the other green cards that do stuff like this. I think Dryad's Embrace or something. It's like 3 mana, return a thing from your graveyard to your hand, it flashes back for 5 mana. I was thinking about playing that card. But I think Sky Turtle being a threat that we can sometimes cast with treasure tokens, you know, it's only the 1 blue mana. I feel like it might be worth giving a shot. And the actual channel mode that we care about here, the 2 and a green, we don't have to have blue mana for that at all. So, I know, I'm going to go for Sky Turtle plus Shigeki here and see how that works, but I'm hoping that we don't actually have to grind too many games out. I'm hoping that we can kind of control the early game with all this decent removal. You know, we got Strangle, we got Cathartic Pyre to sometimes drop lands in our yard, but also kill creatures. We've got a Rending Flame, as well as Burn Down the House, 5 spells that kill a Sheoldred. Ultimately, it's kind of a hybrid mid-range control deck. Of course, control does not mean that we play counterspells, but we do play a bunch of card draw, card filtering in this case, like Fable and Big Score and Cathartic Pyre. So we play a fair amount of cards that allow us to see more cards, and we also play a ton of removal. Burn Down the House and Brotherhood's End give us 5 sweepers, plus Strangle, Cathartic Pyre, Rending Flame is 6 more targeted removal spells. So, not too bad, but at the same time, we can fill the board up against some decks. If we have to go mode 2 against control and, you know, not use our removal spells as removal spells, we have the ability to do that, right? We can just, like, pitch cards to Cathartic Pyre. We can get on board with Teachings and Blanchwood Prowler, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, so we actually get on board somewhat effectively here. And then when we cast Burn Down the House, it's not just rotten in our hand, you know? We can make a bunch of 1/1s and attack for the win. So we can kind of, you know, toe the line between a couple of different styles here. And I like that about this deck. There are definitely some issues. I mean, I'm not going to say the deck is incredible or anything. Sometimes we're not going to draw the thing that kills Sheoldred, we just lose or whatever. So there's that. Sometimes we're not going to be able to flip Titania. I don't know if there are quite enough win conditions in the deck, all things considered. I don't know if the deck can control the board up to the point where it can turn the corner. That's a major issue I have with this deck, is that unless you do flip over Titania, unless you do resolve Titan of Industry, I feel like you can control the board up to a point, but I don't know if you can actually turn the corner. I don't know if you can take hold of the game state with this deck. It's something that I kind of fear, and I think that you'll know what I'm talking about as we play the games. But altogether, I think it's a neat little idea for a deck. Obviously, we're not expecting too much from it tonight, but we are playing a pretty high density of ridiculously good cards. So I think I've babbled and screamed enough. The last thing I should probably point out, though, is that, of course, we're playing Sekinzen, we're playing Boseiju, those make sense. Some Karplusan Force, Eraser's Ring, which is decent in a little control-y kind of deck, draws us a card, gets a land in our yard for Titania. Blast Zone, kind of a sweeper that also puts a land in our yard for Titania. Cabaret Courtyard, easy 4 of in this deck. Again, lands in our yard for Titania. That's the cool thing about Fable and Big Score. They pitch lands into the yard to flip her over. And Teachings, this will mill cards to flip her over. Blanchwood Prowler, this mills cards too, and if it mills more than 1 land, it puts more lands in our graveyard for Titania. So it's an extra dimension to the deck that I really should have mentioned and didn't get around to. Aside from that, Argoth, there are 3 copies. You could argue that is 1 too many, and I would not really argue back. You're probably right, but we're playing this for content mostly, and I want to be able to flip over Titania as easily as possible. Plus, there's the danger that, both of our Argoths, if we're only playing 2, like both of them get milled by like Teachings, and we're just screwed. So, it could happen. I think 3 is not probably the correct number, but it's the number we're playing tonight, baby. So let's get in there and see what happens. We go first here. Courtyard, Forest, Rockfall. It all sounds good. Yeah, that's fine. That's probably fine. I don't love having nothing to do for a couple of turns, but like Fable on the play is it's something to do. Let's play Magic, Eliwick, Tumble, Strum, Avatar with the cool sleeves. Name is Casplack. Apparently that's her name. What do we need here? We've got red. We've got green. Guess it doesn't matter. Let's get a mountain. Because all the cards in our hand are red. Oh god, here comes Delver of Secrets. Whoops. Alright, burn down the house. If we can resolve it, we might do okay here. They got a cool island. I've always liked this island from Dominaria. They reveal a braid and cast a Monastery Swift Spear and then cast Consider. Oh no. We're gonna take 5, go to 16. Eek. Eek a little bit. Alright, so now resolving Fable is not as important. Especially knowing they have a braid in their hand. So I think we just Rending Flame while they're tapped out. And kill this Insectile Aberration. Aberration? Aberration. Try to get to this burn down the house and resolve it. If we can't resolve the first one, hopefully we live to try the second. It's Third Path Iconoclast. Consider. Oh boy. Hold on to your buttholes. We're going to 14 this turn. That's not so bad. Alright, we Argoth this turn. I say we track her. Track her? I hardly know her. We track her, that probably gets them to use the Abrade. Or some other removal spell. Hey, I was right. What a genius. Magic's easy. Alright, so now they just try to get in the biggest attack that they can. Bang, bang, bang. And we'll see if they have Spell Pierce. If they have Spell Pierce, we don't lose, right? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Lightning Strike, we lose. So they have to have Spell Pierce and Lightning Strike to kill us in this turn cycle. Let's find out. Burn down the house. Oh no. Oh no. They're just going to Fading Hope their own Third Path. Right? Yep. Mega Boy. It dies. They're going to spend their whole this turn recasting Third Path. And that means maybe we can just resolve Fable and, like, it's fine. Oh god, Tolarian Terror. Okay. Well, you're a big old boy. We've drawn nothing but lands, haven't we? It's mostly lands. Should probably burn down the house. Especially while they're tapped out. Oh, I kind of did not expect Tolarian Terror, I gotta say. But now they have Third Path, and we don't have removal for it. I can get out of hand pretty quick. Here comes Reckless Storkle, Thornseeker. What? What's? Okay. They just put all... We drew another land. Okay. Let's draw this card first off the clue. It's a land. It's Rockfall Vale. 9 lands. 10, really, when you think about it. Out of 15, that's... Huh. Huh. Third Path comes down. So weird. Oh, let's block. Let's block in case of Lightning Strike here. Let's cycle these 2 lands. They get a Delver. We get a Fable. That's not a land. That's... Hey. Fable Titan. We can play that, right? Yes. We've definitely drawn enough lands, dude. Alright, so we want the 4/4. Do we want to gain 5? Or do I want to destroy an artifact or enchantment? No, I don't want to do that. Shield counter doesn't matter because they kind of can't kill either of these guys anyway. So, yeah, 5 life. Let's go to 11, get a board. This guy has reach. It's pretty sick. In case they flip their Delver, they didn't. So it's creature or land. Might be that mountain. Third Path number 2. Oh boy. We play 3 burn down the house. We've already drawn 2. So it's not looking great. Let's Fable. Yeah, you got something in your hand over there? What's up? What's that you got in your hand over there then, Casplack? It's a counterspell, isn't it? Right. You thought about maybe abrading something? Yeah, you did. I knew it. I'll see right through you then, bruv. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's Fable again, the sequel, and then maybe swing in with this Titan. I'm really tempted to. I think maybe if we start swinging now, we actually have a chance. But we can't block all this. We can block a lot of it. We can block enough of it. They're not going to attack with an Iconoclast. I mean, they might. Screw, I'm coming. I'm coming in. Boom! Alright, they go to 13. See if they flip this boy. It's like the biggest reason not to attack with Titan. Attack on Titan? Okay, so they didn't flip their Delver. They just say go. That is great. Alright, so how many lands are in our yard? 1, 2, 3. We need one more in our yard to flip over this Titania. Let's discard the Blanchwood Prowler. I don't know, dog. I mean, this basically flips our Titania. This combination of cards probably flips Titania next turn. So I'm going to be a weirdo and say no and no. And then just play these two guys out. Titania, Blanchwood. Let's try and gain some life in this exchange too. There's a land. Decline. Ha ha! That's pretty good. Alright, so do I attack on Titan now? They can't kill us. I mean, they got one card in their hand, you know? They got one card in their hand. Yeah, let's just do it. Screw it. They go to 6. I mean, we're doing all right. God, was that the worst decision of my life? No, they scoop. Okay. Just like I said during the deck tech, most people will not let Titania flip over. They'll just scoop if they don't have the removal the turn before she flips over. And that's, I think, kind of what happened here. But they were going to lose. Even if they remove the Titania, they lose to Titan swinging next turn. I don't think there's much they can do about it. It's a good game against... I gotta say, a blue-red Iconoclast deck that got all of its good cards. Opponent goes first. We have Strangle, I guess. We just need another... We need another land. I'm gonna take it. We do have 25 lands in the deck. It's because we're gonna be milling a lot of cards. We need lands in our graveyard. Recruitment Officer. Huh? We did draw a third land, though, so that's not bad. It's not a red source. It needs to be a red source. I think I will probably strangle this officer. As terrible as that sounds, God. What if it's Thalia next turn? And I want to strangle that instead. I'm going to get damage on board. You can have 2 damage. I'm also thinking, what if I draw Teachings next turn and I want to cast that instead? But we'll see. Yep, Thalia. Thalia, yeah. It's that lady. Who's that lady? Who's that lady? Let's... God, this game is violent. Let's strangle Thalia. Jeez, dude. Get her out of here. We did get a second red source, so let's maybe let him play to the board. Ooh, Guardian. That can play through a Brotherhood. But we get another Brotherhood's End. That's interesting. I'm gonna play Fable, aren't I? Since we have 2 Brotherhood's End, I'm gonna sweep them. See what they discard? They'll very likely discard. They didn't! Alright. Maybe they have another Guardian. Maybe that's what it is. The Ocean Frontliner comes down and nothing else? What is happening? We draw a 3rd Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Jeez, yeah, it's a good card, Arena. Jeez, man. We're that guy. We draw a 3rd Fable in the top 11 cards of our library. Can I be that guy to say that, like, I don't need that, Arena? You don't need to... I know, it's a... I know, Fable's a really good card. It's a signpost card in Standard. It's very important. I don't need it. I don't need... You don't have to let me draw that many, you know, in one game. It's fine. Am I discarding anything? No. No. This is fine. I'll just keep what I got. Brotherhood's End. It's cheese sweepers against this aggro deck. They still have 3 cards in their hand. Mishra's Foundry and a Frontliner. I mean, it's not over, is all I'm saying. We are at a relatively high life total, about to get a reflection. Problem is, there's really not much to reflect at the moment. Siege Veteran. You do tap to put card in. land. It's a Racer's Ring. Man, we're gonna burn 3 sweepers, and like they're still kind of not dead, you know? I'm gonna Fable. I might take a shot from the Siege Veteran this turn. The other thought there was to put counters on Blast Zone so we can kill the Siege Veteran. And any other 3-drops. Deck has a lot of 3-drops in it. Yep, there's a Brutal Cathar. Let's see. Please take the Reflection. Yes. The power. Okay. So you put a counter on the Cathar. I've already seen 2 Brotherhood's in, and you don't want to get the Siege Veteran out of Brotherhood's in range. That's fair. So that was their whole turn. They still have 3 cards in their hand. Will this aggro deck just please run out of cards? is that ever going to happen to them? Ditch a land. We get a Teachings. All right, let's burn down the house. It's time. I just chose the wrong mode. Oh, God. Arena. It's my fault. It's my fault. Don't blame it on Arena, Dev. It's your own fault. It's your own fault. You know, you've cast the card a million times. It's the left-hand side. I just clicked, like, way too early. That's going to lose us this game, too. That hurts. It hurts. It sucks. It does also suck to know that if we had resolved that burn down the house, they'd have had another Siege Veteran to play. That's kind of nuts. When you really get down to it. That's pretty crazy. I guess we get a Fable back if we kill the Cathar, but we really need to start killing these Siege Veterans. We gotta do that. Go to 11, keep a blocker. I screwed that up, guys, man. Oh, dude. Dude. That sucks. Let's kill this one veteran. We did. That's good. One guy. That's poopy. We get a recruitment officer. We've played all of our sweepers almost. We can draw more. It's possible to draw more. There is also a Blast Zone. What does that do? They do have 2 3-drops. We have a Reflection. Can I still put... No, I can only put 1 counter on it if I play Teachings. That sucks. Let's say go. I had to think about it there for a minute. It sucks that they flipped to nighttime. That is not cool. But what we're going to do is put counters on Blast Zone. We're just going to take lumps this turn, see if they commit to the board, and then Blast Zone. The Ocean Frontliner unearths. They're going for a push. We can also channel the... You can channel back the burn down the house. Here comes Brutal. It's not going to pick up a creature, though. Maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should just channel it back. It depends on if they make this Moonrage Brute big. No, they put the counter on the Siege Veteran. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Maybe I should have played Teachings and then channeled the Shigeki for the burn. That's probably what I should have done, but if I do it this way, I get a channel for 2 cards, and we can get 2 sweeps back, and that's very good. So let's just block. Let's block the big guys down. Block the Moonrage Brute and the Siege Veteran and take 5? Go to 6? That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, it could be worse, right? Bang, bang, bang. Opponent tapped out. They do still have Foundry over there. Let's target them. So we're going to have to worry about Foundry a little bit. 2 is the... Yeah, it's the value for X. So we can get Burn Down the House. Oh, we can get Fable back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is how much mana we have. Let's just get the Brotherhoods in then. Yep. Or do I actually want to get Teachings? Or not Teaching, but the land. If I get the land from my graveyard, I can play Teachings. With the Burn Down the House. I think this is right. Just get both sweepers, but hopefully we don't just die to Foundry, you know? It could totally happen. We gain a life from Cabaret Courtyard. Thins our deck. Does it matter? Not really. Let's select the correct mode. They get a bunch of tokens. Well, I guess they just get one because they mostly had tokens. We get Fable back from a Cathar. That's a blocker for the Foundry. Or the 1/1, whatever. But maybe they have a third Brutal Cathar. No, they have a Guardian. Alright. Can no longer activate Foundry. Argoth. That's good. That's about time to get that. I'm going to trade in this Teachings. Do we have lands in the yard? Do we have enough? 1, 2. No, we don't. I want to get the Titania. I want to try to get Titania soon. But I also like all of these cards right now. I think they're all good. We test our opponent here, see if they take a block. Nope, okay. Interesting thing about this line here is that we can play Fable and still draw a card off Racer's Ring. So we have 4 mana plus Ring. But I think the better thing here is probably to play Teachings. Hopefully we don't throw a Titania in the yard because we already used our Shigeki, but we can still get Sky Turtle. It's a possibility. Fable, Cathartic Pyre, and a Cabaret Courtyard. So how many lands is that? 1, 2, 3. We need one more for Titania. We can put a counter on Blast Zone this turn. That's somewhat relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. If we draw Titan, we can play it. That's important. We are 22 cards into our deck. Have not seen Titan or Titania yet, so somewhat soon, hopefully. We'll see one or the other. I think if we resolve Titan, we just win the game. But we'll see. You know, we're still kind of open to attacks here slightly. Do have End as insurance. They know not to overcommit. Or maybe they know to let all of our sagas become creatures before they overcommit. Here they come with both. Trade a Goblin, see if they just pitch a land. They didn't attack with Foundry, however, so maybe it's like Wandering Emperor and they just put a counter on Guardian. That'd be pretty swingy. Nope, they just discard a they discard a Guardian. It's basically the same as killing a Guardian, so that's fine. Go to 6. Our turn. Alright, so put counter on a guy. Let's put, make this guy a 3/3, or make this guy a 2/2. Let's make this guy a 3/3. So we should get a 2/2 here soon. Yep. Get Reflection. And then we can discard this Argoth, so that's 4 cards. Do we discard the Brotherhood's End? Is the... that's actually spicy. We discard Brotherhood's End? I could see... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just try to draw something that ends the game. We draw lands instead. Let's play Forest. It's worth a shot. I'll draw a card off Racer's Ring. Still make a dude with Argoth if we need to. If we got nothing better to do, we can. There's Titania, baby. Let's play her. Let's play her. We can do this. Just don't draw Brutal Cathar. We are in. No tax. This is fine. Just keep the shields up for a turn. And then Titania just by herself, I think, attacks for like 12 next turn. Thalia, good games us. Okay, let's also good game then. It was a good game. See, like I said, no one will ever actually let us see the melded version of Titania ever. The other players refuse to let you actually meld the card, but if it looks like you're going to, they just concede. So, doing okay tonight with Gruul Control. You go first. Although your typical Gruul deck does have to make a lot of decisions. They're just front-loaded within the first 4 turns of the game. Let's Cabaret Courtyard, start things off, get a red source. Or green! Do we want to play the Boseiju next turn? Do we want to, or do we just want to save it as a spell? No, we get a red source. I know most of the cards in our hand are green, but no. No, I'm doing this. Yeah, see, they played Xander's Lounge. Like, it kind of sucks that we drew a Sekenzin, though. We drew a red source anyway. Let's Teachings of the Kirin. It's like, I guess we do have to worry about... we could use Beseiju on a Fable or Reckoner Bankbuster against Grixis. What did we mill just now? Oh, we got 4 lands in our yard! We just, like, have to... That's why we should have gotten a green source. We should have gotten a green source, right? Ooh. 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 We have so many lands in our yard. We can, like, almost resolve. We can just flip Titania if we get her soon. They make... Really, kid? They make disappear another Teachings. Okay. Swing in with our 2/2. I guess if they want to use removal on that, that's fine. That's fine. One of the reasons I didn't cast the Briar Bridge tracker is I was kind of worried about Make Disappear. But I guess in a way you could say that Teachings is like better than Briar Bridge. Like I should have baited the counter with the Briar Bridge. Grixis stuff, Concealing Curtains comes down. Okay. Kind of lame. We get the Teachings. Kirin touched Orochi. Let's Sekenzin. I do kind of want a big score this turn, though. I do kind of want to do that. So, let's see if they just activate Concealing Curtains. If they do, we have 2 big scores. So, whatever. Yep, they want to know. I want to know what's in your hand. What's in your hand? I'm gonna grab that tracker. You can draw a card. You can draw a card. Take the tracker. Or do you go to the graveyard? To the graveyard. And we draw a card. Where do you go? Come on, come on. Just pick the thing. Okay, they took a big score. We get a Titania, kid. We get a Titania, kid. Okay, so they cast another Curtains. Let's cast big score. Let's hope if they don't have removal. If they don't have removal, then we might be able to pull this off. We draw Fable and a Cathartic Pyre. Is there a reason to cast Pyre right now? No. Not that I see. Yeah. Ooh, please don't have removal. Please don't have removal. No blocks. I'll save them for a rainy day. Okay. Alright. Please, please, please. I'm begging you, Grixis. Once in your life. For once in your life, do not have removal, dude. Here we go. Bang! Alright, Titania. Titania, she's down. Let's Fable the Mirror Breaker too, sure. I could also track her. Let's Fable the Mirror Breaker. We don't have Argoth, which is kind of just lame to not have that card. Let's all attack here. Do I actually just kind of want to go wide? Is there a creature card? Yeah, besides I guess Prowler. Yeah, let's just go wide. For Sweeper, they don't play a whole lot of those. They'll just go to 17. But there's no way we're flipping Titania, right? It's all about War of Attrition. I think just having more bodies on the table is probably what we want to do. Plus, they've spent like all of their mana on Concealing Curtains in the first few turns. That does mean they have a lot of cards left in their hand, though. So, Brotherhood's End, baby, nice. So, we keep our Titania for now. And they swing in. And we keep our Titania. So that's pretty sexy. That's good. Do I want to discard this Blast Zone? Not really. Not really. I want to discard the Cathartic Pyre, though, a little bit. Sure. We got a Fable. So Blast Zone. And then if I use it, I can still track her or Fable. So yes. Absolutely. Let's do that. We also gained 2 life off the Titania because the Blast Zone went to our yard, so that's pretty fun. Let's get in, put him at 14, and then which of these spells do I actually want to play? I think we'll finally play the tracker. Let's get some pressure on them. Make Disappear? We got another one? That's fine. That's just good magic there. Alright, so 3 cards for the opponent on 5 lands. They Corpse Appraiser, nice. So they can find removal for Titania here, which is probably what they do. So they can still, like, go for the throat, the Titania. See what Burglecut got here. It's a great name. They do nothing for time being. We get a Racer's Ring. Sucks to draw land here. It's not great. It's Fable. Hopefully. Yeah, it hits the table. Play with Fire, the Reflection. It was a Play with Fire, huh? Neat. Alright. Yeah, I do want this Racer's Ring. I do want to attack with Titania. Yeah, they take it. They go to 11. Shieldred might end this game. I just realized that that's going to be... Oh my god, wow, Prescient. Prescient. How do I know? Here comes another Concealing Curtains. They love that card. So now we must draw removal. By the way, they always resolve Shieldred. I said this earlier, and it stands true twice tonight. They always resolve Shieldred the turn before Chapter 2 of Fable goes off. They always do. Alright. Draw for the turn. It's an Argoth. It's an Argoth. Decline. Argoth. Huh. We know we have the lands in our yard. We've had them all game. So they have to draw a removal spell here, and that is easier said than done. I guess they don't absolutely have to. It's not like imperative that they do. We could draw a card off the Racer's Ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 lands. So if we lose the Racer's Ring, then we won't be able to play Titan of Industry next turn, which sucks. So I actually, and we'll lose life to Shieldred too, to draw a card, which I don't love. So I think we'll just make a guy with Argoth. We milled 2 Argoths into our yard when we did that, so we gained 2. That's fun. It's no attacks. And let's hope they didn't draw removal. Let's hope against all of our hope that they didn't draw. They draw! Let's roll our eyes at them. They actually, that's amazing, dude. That's amazing. That's amazing, dude. They drew, of course they did. Of course they did, dude. It's Arena. Maintain a positive attitude at all times. Let's make sure we do that. Yeah, everyone. No! No! Yeah. Yep. We had her. We had her melded, boys. Off the top of their library came an Infernal Grasp because why would it be any different? We go first. Not a terrible hand. We can get the 3rd land off of Prowler. Oh man, that was rough. That was rough, dude. Alright, 3rd land is Rockfall anyway. That's pretty good. Evolved Sleeper is the play for the opponent. They are playing Mirage Swamp, so I'm not too mad at them. Teachings. Yeah, let's run that out. Argoth and a Blast Zone go in the yard. Along with a Strangle, that would have been nice, but can't complain too much. Oh wow, they go ahead and spend the mana. Thank you for that. That's interesting. Yeah, I won't block then. Cool. What else? Put the counter on the token. Rockfall Veil. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Happy Feet. Wombo Combo. Alright, so we have 2 value generating sagas on the table in the early game. That's pretty cool. Pretty good against Invoke Despair, probably. 3rd mana for opponent. Let's see what they do here. They swing in, we'll block, and make them spend their mana to keep their sleeper. But they might just go like Trespasser or something like that. We'll see. Mono Black really only has like a handful of options here. Maybe they'll play Phyrexian Fleshgorger and we'll just be like, what? Could be. They wrote, whatever it is, it's a hard decision. Gix. All right, an outside chance at Gix, but here he is. But they don't take the swing. All right, what do we ditch to Fable here? I think the Courtyard, definitely. Probably the Prowler. See what we get. Elder Dragon War and a Carplucent Forest. Forest is good. Big score is pretty good, too. If I can big score Titan this game, I'll be happy about that, but I really get the feeling our opponent's not going to let us do that, so... Let's crash in. See if they just block with the Gix. They don't. Okay. 3 lands in the yard. 1 is an Argoth. It's kind of lame. Do I want a tracker or a big score? If we big score this turn, we can play Titan next turn. Which is pretty good. I think I'll do that. I think I will. Maybe they'll just Shieldred this turn. That would suck. That's what they like to do, though. No, they will spend mana on Evolve Sleeper. Okay. 3/3. So if they swing here, what do we kill? Oh, we can't. Okay, well, that's a big score. Drop the Elder Dragon War. We pick up Titania and Blanchwood Prowler. Guess we'll still get Titan no matter what. I think making sure they only draw 1 is probably fine. They use their Infernal Grasp. Hopefully they don't have another... Usually if they have Go for the Throat, they use it instead. So hopefully that's the case. Farbridge Tracker and Titania can come down this turn and only cost us 1 treasure token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So that's interesting. That also saves the Titan so they know they don't have to kill Reflection this turn. But I think if we play Tracker, they still want to kill Reflection this turn anyway, so... Sure. Yeah, let's do this. Let's Titan. That way they kill the Reflection. I mean, they still have to kill the Titan, you know? Shield counter, yeah. We put it on the Titan or the Reflection, you know? What is the conventional wisdom in this situation? Put it on the Titan. Oh, no attacks. For now. Maybe we should be attacking, though. You know, their life total is the same as ours. It's not low, but it's not high, either. Well, 15's kind of high. Wow, they're spending a lot of mana on that Evolved Sleeper, man. They are. But they do nothing. Okay. Well, the absolute first thing we do this turn is copy Titan Administer. There is... Yeah. Just 100%. They let it hit the table. It does seem like something caught, though. But I'm still going to put a shield counter on this Reflection. Takes. Just takes. That's great news. What's Titania? Yeah, I'm doing it before combat. I'm doing that. And then Blanchwood. How lame is it that it says a land card from among the cards milled this way? Ooh, we got 3 lands off of it. That's neat. Carplucent Forest or just Forest? Does it matter? Yeah, we got plenty of red, so I'm just going to get the not painful green source. We already have 2 forests, or Carplucent Forests. So. We also gained 2 off of that. That's nice. Swing. Batter. With these boys. The copied Titan and the 4/4 from the first Titan. This is why I kind of feel like we should have swung last turn. They'd be at 12. And at this point, we were like really putting pressure on their life total. Yeah, because they're at 6. But they have a full grip, so if they have Sweeper, it doesn't actually save them because they can't like drag to the bottom. They only have swamps. So I'm pretty sure going wide may have won us the game here. Because even if they have removal spell, they can't, they're not going to... They have to double removal spell. They invoke Despair, sure, Blanchwood Brawler. There goes the reflection. That's a big game. That's a big game for them. But they scoop anyway. I mean, they're just dead to damage. They don't have any mana left. So we beat Mono Black. Yay! We beat Mono Black, everybody. It's good. But we go first here. Argoth in our opener, plus 3 other lands. And a Titania. Sure. I mean, we'll try for it. We technically haven't melded Titania yet tonight, but we've been able to meld her twice. It's just that opponent like always scoops to potential meld. Oh, this is actually interesting here. Red or green? Doesn't really matter that much. Red. I guess actually green was the choice there. What if I draw untapped? Well, okay, sure. I was gonna say, what if I draw like Teachings of the Kirin or Blanchwood Prowler this turn? I can't play it. So actually, I think the right call there was untapped green source. Let's play Argoth. Opponent started on Rafine's Tower. Into Plaza of Heroes. It's gonna be a fun one against Turkus over here. You're just gonna do nothing. That's exactly what happens. We can play Titania this turn. Probably the best idea I ever had. She likely just gets countered. But I don't care. We have a Sky Turtle. I can get her back. Sure. Yep. Make disappear. No fun allowed. But that's okay. We might be able to pull this off. Yep. Here comes Gix. Gix the hell out of here. Let's strangle it. Strangle Gix. Imagine how big you'd have to be to strangle Gix. All right. So we have Cathartic Power cocked and loaded. We can Colossal Sky Turtle if they don't give us anything else to do. This is the point in the game where this deck does not give you much to do because they just want to hold up Earth Tire Emperor. But maybe they'll play a real card. Can you play? No, you can't play Shieldred on this mana. That's interesting. All right, resolve a Ledger Shredder. Might be a different deck than I would have originally anticipated it being. I think we have to Cathartic Power that. But what if? What if they can do something about that? Yeah, I'm gonna Sky Turtle. Get the Titania. Get the Titania. Rockfall Veil. And now we Cathartic Power the Ledger Shredder so they can't put a counter on it because it's the second spell they cast that turn. I think we do it here. Maybe they have another way of putting a counter on it, though. Nope, we can just kill it. That's good. Now, do we try to resolve the Titania? I don't think so. Let's try to resolve the Teachings. Let's put more lands in our yard anyway, hopefully. Huh? Yeah, make disappear. Okay, we smelled it. We smelled that one. 4 cards in their hand. They drop Caves of Koilos into Gixian Puppeteer. We give them a nice if we... For being honest. Nice. What do you have? What's in your yard? You can get Gix or a Ledger Shredder back when we kill that. So that's fun. Try for Titania. I just kind of don't want them to get a Gix back. Or a Shredder, for that matter. Yeah, go for the throat this Titania. That's fine. They have 1 card left in their hand. They come in for 4. We go to 17. Draw Tracker. Let's play that card. It hung. That hung for a moment. Huh. Alright, at this point we're trying to engineer a situation where we block the Puppeteer, but no, they have another removal spell. Wow, okay. That's... Okay. That's fine. So, whatever. The last card in the hand was a removal spell. They draw another here. Come in with Puppeteer, we got 13. We'll draw a card, EOT. And that's likely going to be the turn. Really hoping that we could, like, trade with the Puppeteer, maybe? And then play Burn Down the House after they get the creature back. Puppeteer's an interesting card. We get a land off the clue. And then Blanchwood Prowler. Okay. So, moment of truth here. We can burn down the house. But if we do that, they get Gix back. It's almost certainly what they get. But we can Titania Blanchwood Prowler. That'll gain 2 life back and get us a land. Maybe we just decline it to keep 2 lands in the yard. Although, our 7th land would be nice if we draw a Titan. It would. Yeah, I'm just going to try the Titania into Blanchwood. See if this last card is a 3rd make disappear off the top of their library. Maybe it's cut down or something. Of course, that wouldn't have hung. Yeah, we put a land in the yard. It's Blast Zone. I want it. I want that. Apparently, we've already played a land this turn, I guess. Guess I've forgotten. We play Fairy Vandal EOT. That was the card in their hand. Let's see what they have now. Come in with Puppeteer. Take the block with Prowler. That thing's dies trigger is dangerous, dude. It really is. Puppeteers. We get a Teachings. That's very good. That is super good right now. Just gotta hit 2 lands off his Teachings. Come on. We don't. We did hit 1, though. So we gain 2 life. Blast Zone. Now, here's what we can do. And this is sneaky. We can put the Blast Zone into our yard, EOT, to get a 4th land in there. 1, 2. I thought there was the 3rd land already. I thought there was another land. I thought there was another land in there. Screw it then. Alright, let's take the offensive. Let's hit him. See if this last card is a counter. Doesn't appear to be. Okay. We block a Devil. Means we can kill the Vandal. So, that's what happens. They go to 12. So we have a better board than them right now. Let's see how they answer that. With another Fairy Vandal. Okay. What's this other card in your hand? What might this other card be? Here's a Rending Flame. That's neat. I think it goes here. This counter. Yeah, I think it goes on to Titania. So it doesn't have to worry about the Puppeteer as much. Does this exile? No, it just deals 5. If it's a Spirit, you get extra damage. Okay, none of those are. Should maybe save this for a Shieldred. Let's hold back the 1/1 and swing with all the other boys. See, if they block the Titania with the Puppeteer here, then we can Rending Flame something. Okay, that's not what's going to happen. They go to 8, 7, 6, really? Well, 7. Yeah, 7. We got 5 on the table. They got Puppeteer. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we'd have 2 mana left if we activated Argoth. But maybe that is actually what we need to do. Maybe that really is what we need to do. Just to be sure here. 1, 2 lands in the yard. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, if we make a token, we put lethal on the table. Let's do that. I think that's what we want. We also put 2 lands in the yard, kid. We also put 2 lands in the yard, kid. Let's go. Okay, okay. Put a Titan in there, too, but we might be able to flip over this Titania for the first time tonight. Here comes Welcoming Vampire. Be a good way to end the night, too. Oh. Oh. Gonna show her my O face. Oh. Oh. It's our turn. Let's go. We get to meld Titania finally. Somebody lets us actually do it. She's a 10-10. That's a big lady, in case you haven't seen a giant woman. A giant woman! Giant woman! Here comes another Cabaret Courtyard trigger. Let's go. Here comes another Cabaret Courtyard trigger. Let's go! Feels good. Elder Dragon War. Oh, it's an Elder Dragon War. It's an Elder... Let's Rending Flame that Welcoming Vampire. Get your sorry. Get out of here and just swinging. Oh, we did it! Oh my goodness! All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman. You finally did it, Titania. You finally did it. All I want to be is someone who has seen a giant woman, and we did it. We did it to finish the night. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Turkus.